Hey guys, welcome to Lean to Knowledge, the best place for entertainment and learning on anything about finance, education, and the world. We bring you something spectacular every video, and we hope you're on board for an amazing journey with us. If you want to become wealthy, what you do with your money right now is very important. But why? Well, a wealth bubble that is about to burst, an energy crisis, as well as the looming threat of a recession have put the world on shaky ground. It appears that there is no hope left. Well, not quite, but time is running out for millennials to accumulate riches. It comes as no surprise that in the second quarter of 2022, American household debt reached a record high of over $16 trillion and credit card balances rose by $46 billion. I totally understand that some people are in desperate situations as a result of the current scenario, and sometimes debt is the only option. Because of this, I'll go over the 4 things you should be doing with your money right now in this video, and they may not be what you initially thought. Step 1. Humble yourself. Consequently, 72% of American people currently use social media. Therefore, it should come as no surprise that many people waste time and resources attempting to keep up with the Joneses. This involves working for our goals as well as those of those around us. This isn't a terrible thing if you want to push yourself to accomplish more. Stretching your budget to purchase items you don't need is a big problem. In reality, luxury items are frequently bought to boost self-esteem and give a sense of belonging that is frequently lacking elsewhere. It's not a good idea to try and keep up with the Joneses by overspending and accumulating credit card debt. You should start considering the kind of future you want for yourself and your family rather than spending money you can't afford on goods to impress strangers you don't even like. This will compel you to pay the minimum amount due on all of your debt each month and use any additional funds to settle the loan with the highest interest rate. The debt avalanche method is a name given to this in modern times. This has been demonstrated to be among the best methods for quickly paying off debt. If you're having trouble paying off your debt, try it. By aiming to surpass goals, gamification is advantageous as well. You may think more freely and proceed to the enjoyable part of conserving money and increasing your net worth after the financial chains are removed from your neck. After all, money makes money. We want to give you a light-hearted little task that if successfully done will open your eyes to the strength of compound interest and saving money. Put a penny away in a piggy bank today. Although it may not seem like much, bear with me. Tomorrow, save 2. Save 3 on the 3rd day. Really, keep up the many daily increase in your savings balance. You're really building up the funds here. Also, you have over $650 in savings at the end of the year, all starting with a single penny. Use one of those apps that rounds up your spending if you don't want to use a piggy bank, then saves the difference for you after rounding up your purchases. Of course, this is fantastic if you can save more. During this process, it's important to refrain from inflating your lifestyle. That brings me to step 2. Spend strategically. Now, this might sound counterintuitive to what many people tell you, but in most cases, when you defy the norm, you end up accomplishing more than the average person. The most significant businesses of every generation have been active in many industries over the years. 6 of the top 10 corporations in the world today are in the technology industry. One item, the banking system, does not change despite the popularity fluctuations in different industries. But how do banks constantly maintain their dominance, expand their influence over time, and build ever larger skyscrapers? Richard Werner, an economist, raised the same question. He was able to enter the banking system's back end and conduct an experiment. His test was designed to keep tabs on the precise source of the funds. Surprisingly, neither of the bank's reserves nor its deposits were used to fund it. It essentially just appeared out of nothing, supported only by an IOU note. And he claims that 97% of the money originates from this source. Only because so many people save the majority of their income is debt creation on this massive scale conceivable. Therefore, you're only helping in the obscene wealth of more bankers by doing this. However, once you've done that, you should be focused on using the money to expand your earning potential. Of course, I believe you should have at least an emergency fund of 3 to 5 months if you live in expenses. Your pay is directly correlated to the value add to the market. So that you have more money to play with, your main goal should be to raise its value. Instead of simply storing useless diamonds in your gaming vault, think of it as leveling up your character. Whatever your line of work or industry, there's always a method to carefully spend your money to increase your earning potential. However, we must talk about how to discern between good and bad investments. Step 3. Develop your spidey sense. You know how Spider-Man is able to predict when horrible things are going to happen? You must handle your money in the same manner. There are a lot of sharks out there who want to steal your hard-earned money from you. I regrettably seen a lot of 18 to 20-year-olds YOLO their life savings into phony coins during a cryptocurrency rise. This is so disappointing because there was opportunity cost involved in wasting the money in addition to the money they wasted. Making your first $10,000 is said to be the hardest, and in many cases, this is true because you may use that money to leverage future earnings. After gaining momentum, everything becomes simpler. However, that advancement might be completely stopped if you suffer significant losses due to a scam or a bad cryptocurrency. When I'm uncertain about something, I keep an eye out for 3 basic factors. First, is it too good to be true? Now, after giving many of the crypto lending platforms a quick glance, I decided against using them. This was due to the eye-watering amounts they were providing. It just wasn't sustainable and it wasn't of interest. Given that many of these businesses, including Celsius and Voyager, are now bankrupt, this was a wise choice. Second, is the investment utility obvious? The majority of NFTs don't seem to have any clear applications, at least none that would justify the ridiculous prices. This is so that they can sell them later and make a handsome profit because most individuals buy them during a bull market in the hopes that their value will rise. This indicates that the asset's value will crash in due course. I'll stay away from it unless you want a highly stressful life where you have to monitor your assets every day. Thirdly, which is driving you more, your brain or your emotion? This one is challenging to spot because it's very typical for people to fool themselves into thinking they're making a logical choice. But frequently, it's merely a cover for their feelings. This is a common tactic used by con artists and aggressive salespeople to persuade you to purchase their goods. Frequently, it involves digital goods. The majority of these online courses are frequently helpful. However, it's wise to wait 7 days to decide if you still desire something before making any significant purchases. By tricking your brain into releasing dopamine, you may think much more clearly about your purchases. Step 4. Build your empire. It's comparable to seeing a snowball slide down a hill and pick up speed when you become a millionaire. When you have a lot of money, many opportunities present themselves and the snowball accelerates. The majority of your funds are no longer required for raising the value you provide to the market at this time. Decreasing returns play a part in this. Even tiny sums when you first begin investing in your skill set can have a big impact. But after a certain point, it costs more and more money to make a marginal gain. Many people will now claim that investing in real estate may help you achieve financial independence, which is sometimes true. But in order to do this well, you virtually have to run it like your own company. Additionally, it isn't a passive investment that it was advertised to be. As a result, in my opinion, you should start by assembling a portfolio of liquid assets. I'm referring to Bitcoin and blue chip stocks. Someone recently told me that you aren't a real millionaire if you can't write a check for $1 million in the following few days. This is a valuable perspective to take, since so many millionaires have their networks tied to their homes and are never able to take advantage of them. If you only remember one thing from today, never lock away your baby money because you won't make it to the major leagues. Let it run so that your journey to wealth can begin. That's all for now. We hope you enjoyed yourselves and learned something new. If you did, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button so you don't miss any of our videos. See you guys in the next video. Stay special.